am so excited today to show you a really fun card. My cousin, who's really like my sister, Shannon, I've talked about her lots of times on film and on my blog, is expecting her second baby. So her little girl, Kinsley, who calls me Aunt Wendy, she called me on FaceTime and she said, I'm going to be a big sister. So it was just so super cute, and I'm excited about another baby in the family. So I'm making a card for Kinsley today to send to her and congratulate her on getting to be a big sister. So the thing I wanted to talk about first before we got to stamping and making the card, I'm using this stamp set in the new annual catalog, Your Sublime. I guess it's really not new. It's a couple months old now. But I love this stamp set. It's just absolutely adorable. So we're using this, and I'm going to use this totally awesome stamp set or stamp image. And I wanted to talk to you about Stampin' Up's new archival ink. Now, this is not available until September 1st, but it is a archival ink that you can use with watercoloring and alcohol-based markers and watercolor markers and stuff like that. So it's Stampin' Up's own personal brand. It's pretty exciting, and it stamps really black and really nice. However, I have done a little bit of my own testing using Copic markers because I am learning how to use Copic markers to color. And I have found that if you stamp in the archival ink, you have to let the stamped image sit and dry for a little bit. With Memento Tuxedo Black ink, you can stamp it and immediately you can color the image. You can't do that with the archival ink. You have to let it sit. But once it sits a couple seconds, it's fine to use. So I'm going to show you. This is the image that I'm going to color, and this is stamped in archival ink. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, and I'm using G07 and G17 for my frog, and I want to show you the ones that I've already done because I did some earlier just for testing. And so you're going to be able to see right here, I don't know if you can see that, there's a black smudge there. This is the archival ink, and I literally stamped it and immediately started coloring, and it caused that. So these are just some of the different frogs I was testing out. Because I'm new to Copics, I really have to play around before I commit because I'm not exactly confident sometimes in my color choices. So what I decided to do is go with a really lime green color, and this is not the right color. Ah, good gracious. Okay. This is the color I'm supposed to be using, YG03. So what we're going to do is we're going to re-stamp this frog, but I'm going to stamp it in the Memento so that we can color right away and we don't have to wait any time at all. Now, I haven't tested the archival ink with, watercolor yet, so I'm not sure about that, but I am sure about the Copic situation. Okay, so we're using YG03, and I'm just going to color the entire frog, and it's okay that I'm going outside the lines because I am just going to be cutting out this frog, so it doesn't really matter if I go outside the lines. Okay, so I'm getting them all colored in there. And then I'm going to use the G07, which the name of it is Nile Green. And I'm going to do his little spots, or her little spots, whatever you want to say. And then I'm going to go back in with this lime green and just darken the edges a little bit of the frog. Not a super lot, just enough to really give some definition to the edges of the frog and make sure I'm covering all the white. And then I'm going to use R02, which is called Flesh, and I'm going to give this frog some rosy cheeks just at the very edge. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut out this frog, and then I'll be back with you. back, and one of the things I forgot to show you a few minutes ago was just that I wanted to color in this froggy's eyes with some soft sky ink. I don't have a Copic marker that is even close to this light blue color, so I just used one of my Stampin' Right markers, and for a space as small as the eyes it worked perfectly fine, so I did that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Technique embossing folder machine, or texture embossing machine, sorry. And I'm using the large polka dot embossing folder, and I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I've cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I am just going to fold it down, put it in, and run that through the machine real quick. Okay. So here I have my really pretty embossed large polka dots. Can you see that? Aren't they cute? I have a piece of Cucumber Crush cardstock that's been cut at 5 1/2 by 8, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and folded in half to make an A2 size card. The cool thing about this is this color matches G07 almost identically. So that's really cool. And so it matches my frog really nice. You see the little polka dots on the frog match the cardstock. So that worked out great. So I'm going to show you how we'll put the rest of this card together. I have a piece of our beautiful Cucumber Crush dotted scalloped ribbon here. And it's a little bit stretchy, and it's just super soft and has lots of give, and I love that. So we're going to use some snail adhesive to adhere this piece down. And then I'm using some of my handy dandy foam mount tape that I get from the hardware store. I use this when dimensionals just won't do the trick. When I'm trying to pop up a card base and make it really, really solid, then I use this. And it's just simply because it's easier than putting on a whole bunch of little tiny dimensionals all the way down the sides. So that's why I use it. There's really no other reason. And then on the front, well, I'm not going to do that part yet. Okay, yeah, I am. Okay, so on the front, what I'm going to do is I got to clean my ink pad here, or my stamp here real quick with my Stampin' Scrub. And I have some mist here handy. And so I'm just going to clean this off and dry it. And then I'm using my basic black Stampin' Right marker. And I'm going to color in just the sentiment down here at the bottom. And it says totally awesome. And I'm going to stamp it right here. It didn't work all the way. So this is what I have to do. This is a bummer, but I'm going to have to go in and finish it out with my pen. So that worked fine. It's a bummer when stuff like that happens, but it happens. Alright, and then I have a second piece of the Cucumber Crush ribbon here, and I'm just tying it. And this ribbon is going to be fantastic for your Christmas cards, works great for summer, it's a super versatile color, I just love it, it's beautiful. Alright, and then I'm going to peel these off. And stick them down here. If you enjoy my YouTube videos, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my videos. You can also sign up to get emails from me, and I send those out about once a week, and they're super fun. They usually have free tutorials, sometimes exclusive tutorials that you can't get anywhere else from me. And then we're just going to add our dimensionals. You sign up for my emails over on my blog at loveandstampin.com. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by just clicking the subscribe button. on my channel. Okay, I'm doubling up these dimensionals because I want this frog to stick way up off the card. And he's gonna go, I'm gonna scoot this down just a little bit. My little frog's gonna go right here. Well, I guess he's a toad, but whatever. Potato, potato. Toad, frog. They're all in the same family, right? I'm gonna trim this down just a little more because I don't like how long it's sticking out. And there you have it. There's my totally awesome card for my sweet little niece who's having a baby sister or brother. We're so excited about it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.